What if you translate this into the business life? It's all about risks. Everything is about risk. Our parents brought us, they took the risk. But if you've calculated your risk, if you've done all you need to be doing as in planning, organizing, and executing, then nothing is impossible. Nothing. My only advice to them actually is to outwork everyone. Have this mentality always.
Nice advice.
Hard work, open doors. The talent alone never will.
Welcome to Level Up. I'm your host, Hakim. Today's guest is someone I have admired for years, not just for his commercial success, but for the mindset, the character, the discipline behind the character. He's someone who understands people, understands pressure, understands ambition, and has built his journey through resilience, adaptation, and leadership. I'm so excited to welcome Fadi. Welcome to the show. I want to go back to the older days. Who is Fadi before the job titles, before all the experiences, on the leadership?
All right, that's good, cool. A big question. All right, cool. So before any title, I was a self-made young man who started working at the age of 14 years. I grew up fast, not because I wanted to, but because life pushed me. I learned early the hard work, let's say, because it wasn't optional for me, actually. It's survival. It was a survival to me, to be honest. I had no shortcuts, no easy paths, just determination and mentality that nothing is impossible if you show up every day with discipline. So to me, that Fadi before the title, to be honest.
This is great. And the fact that you're saying, struggles and challenges what made you who you are today. Definitely, this is what I love to hear in the show. Like, yes, what happened? What is the struggle? Because a lot of us, are in the same in the place where we are today because of what we experienced before, the challenges that we experienced that really shaped us today. So my next kind of question is: was there like a real moment that really shaped your identity today, your personality?
Yeah, actually, like I said, struggle, responsibility as a young age kid, plus the experience in the hospitality industry over 11 years. Honestly, it's a long shift dealing with people, pressure, expectations.
Yeah.
It taught me. It taught me. Humility, resilience, people skills. It built the version of me that thrives today in the corporate world.
Nice.
So that was really a stop of my life that shaped my entire character and personality. Honestly,
Wow.
and I'm very grateful that I've went through that, to be honest.
Did you had a plan? Let's say 10 years ago, did you had a plan? This is where you're going, or what happened?
To be honest, I'm gonna tell you what's the trick about it, actually, or why I made this decision. Basically, like I said, I'm a self-made person, and I wanted to pursue my studies. Back then, my parents couldn't help me do that, so I needed to step forward myself. And the easiest work that gives you tips, extra money, and it was actually serving people in the hospitality industry. And this is how I capitalized on that to continue my study. And it took me a while, actually. I didn't actually graduate in like 4 years. It took me like almost 10 to 12 years to graduate, because I was coming in and out, taking only 6 credit, let's say, instead of taking 15 credits in a semester. So that was really quite a journey, interesting, but at the same time, full of a lot of things and experience and learnings in life, to be honest, at the same time.
Absolutely. Of course, we know each other quite well, and it's really inspiring the change you had in your career. You've been through a lot in different industries, different segments, different countries, Middle East, Africa. Like you went so much everywhere almost. What was the most let's say challenge that really shaped who you are today from all of these experiences? Is it when you go to a new country, or when you go to a new company, or to deal with the people, or what was it?
To be honest, it's all of all of that actually. But there was a definite moment, definitely, where I understood that if I wanted a different life, then I have to build it myself. I have to stand up for it. The mindset and the self-made mentality carried me through every challenge. Honestly, once you focus on something, once you put a goal and you have the vision in front of you, I mean, you just keep going.
Yes, yes, yes.
Oh,
I,
and
I
I
was
learned
just
and I learned that from sports, to be honest. So once
yeah.
you set something in sports that you want to do it, you should do it. If you don't do it, if you hesitate, actually, you don't go for it. Actually, just set it up, look at it, and just do it. I mean, life is about risk. If you don't take the risk, nothing will happen.
Nice. I love that. I love what you're saying. I'm already getting hyped already. Like, let's go. But I'm gonna come to the sports in a moment. But before that, you mentioned the mindset, and this is definitely something I truly believe and it's close to my heart. But what I want to ask you, and maybe for the audience to really hear from you, of course, you had different levels of the mindset you are today. So how did you shape your mindset? Because of course, sometimes you're so excited, so motivated, but then something comes to a challenge or a bad day, and then it hits you. How did you overcome this with your mindset?
You know, in life, I mean, you learn, and like you said, you can't be always excited and happy about things and just go and action and execute and wherever. You always need to balance. I mean, life is the balance.
Volunteer.
At the end of the day, it's balance. If you don't balance things, you might hurt yourself. You might fail, which is good because if you fail, you learn from your mistake. But once you go through all those challenges and you learn the hard way and you pass through all the struggle, I mean, it's not about learning only. It's about understanding that life is not about only learning. It's about balancing it. So you
Yeah,
need to understand how to balance.
that's
To me,
so
balance was a key actually to success, to be honest.
that is so true. That is so true. It's quite important how to uh, keep that in mind. I know from my own experience, also balance is not that easy. Your mindset plays a big role, which I love that you brought, and you talked about it because definitely it's all about the balance you can do. I wanna because you mentioned sports, and I know you are into that from a lot of years. I know you are into skiing. Like you've been. Is that correct? You still ski?
Yeah, I'm still skiing.
Nice,
And
man.
plus, I'm also passionate about downhill mountain biking.
Wow. Okay.
It's even more dangerous and
Yes.
risky than
Yes. Yes.
the rush and the adrenaline that you feel out of the mountain bike, downhilling a mountain, doing those jumps or drops. The feeling behind it. I mean,
Exactly.
it's
Exactly. And it's so
it's
connected to,
unbelievable.
the mindset and the balance. And that's why I want to talk about it as well, because of course, if you are on a bike and downhill, like you can be really screwed in a second if you're not controlling
Yeah,
your energy, your balance, your, dynamics, your,
because
oh,
everything.
it's,
Right?
how is that for you? How is being able to maintain that discipline, especially in a sport like this, extreme sport?
I mean, when you have this thing in your mindset and you have the heart and the will, you already have them. The only thing that is left is the risk, which is a step forward. And here it's a question whether you take the risk or you don't take it.
Yes.
But trust me, to me, if I don't do the risk, I'm not a happy person. That's the
Mm.
rule. So if I do the risk, then I'm a happy person. I don't feel myself if I don't take risk. That's in sports. What if you translate this into the business life? It's all about risks. Everything is about risk. Our parents brought us, they took the risk.
Yes, yes, definitely.
So So when you bring all together and you make a decision, all you need is just to execute. Yeah, you might fail. I'm not saying no. You might fail, yes. But if you've calculated your risk, if you've done all you need to be doing as in the planning, organizing, and executing, then nothing is impossible. Nothing. You
That's
will
so true.
achieve. Maybe not to the ultimate goal you want, but you will achieve somewhere. You did something. You you
You're right.
you
You're
out
right.
of comfort zone, let's say. That's life.
Yeah.
Being out of your comfort zone. Those are very important in life, honestly.
It's so deep. I don't know which one to pick from, but you said some really powerful words. You said definitely risk, take the risk. And I think I always say to myself when I was young, even playing cards with my friends, no risk, no fun. So it's so true. If you don't risk, you don't know how far you can go. And you also really talked about really how important to fail because you will never know or you will never win anything actually or be successful in anything if you didn't fail. Like, how can you know if you didn't fail? So
Exactly.
really, really interesting. And I love the mindset that you are using the same sort of habits into the business world because there is absolutely something I want to bring to the show. We learn a lot of things from our personal life, but
Yeah.
not every one of us really kind of take the same and do it in work in a business life, And
That's
actually,
true.
when you do it, it works. It works with you. Definitely,
Thank God.
definitely. So nice transitions to my next actually section, which is about leadership, and I'm really excited to talk about you in depth more in that. You have managed people from different, backgrounds, cultures, mindsets. What has leadership taught you about the human behavior in general?
Dealing with different culture. I mean, first of all, let's agree that at the beginning, I mean, at the beginning, leadership didn't come from ambition. Actually, it came from consistency.
Hmm.
So I kept my word. I delivered. I worked hard. Then everyone around me. Then over time, people trusted me, and leadership became a natural evolution in me. So listening was, like you said, I've been dealing with a lot of culture, dealing with a lot of people, my team, my line managers, etc. So first of all, you have to listen. To be a good listener, don't react. Don't act directly. I
Hmm.
mean, balance the word you want to talk because words also communication is key.
Yes.
So whatever you spell out of your tongue is it can be something really positive and it can be something really negative. With
Yes.
one word, you can either win a deal
Yeah.
or lose a deal.
Yeah.
So I learned how to listen. I learned how to admire people talking any conversation, whether it is not interesting one or interesting or inspiring. With all you learn, like because at the end of the day, you're not only learning about what he's talking, you're learning about his character, you're learning about his way of addressing things, you're learning, be it on a lower level or on a higher level. At the end of the day, is all learnings and it
Yes.
is all communication and it's all weapons you're collecting as an assets in you to deliver them to the future, where you
Nice.
can use them actually to fight in the future
Nice.
and win anything you want to succeed in.
Really, really, really nice. And do you have any misconception or what is the misconception about leadership? In like some people, you said some really strong skills like listening and you know take a moment before you reply to something or decision. So, what is the misconception about leadership in your opinion?
In my opinion, leadership, I mean, not anyone can be a leader, to be honest. I mean, we see a lot of leaders, we face a lot of leaders that today make wrong decisions. Plus, they call themselves leader. To be honest, me, what I do, I don't call myself leader. I follow my instinct. I follow my logic, the life. I mean, the life logic.
Yeah.
It's not rocket science, to be
Yeah.
honest. And I divide each situation, I break down each situation, and accordingly, I address it. So this part is this one goes to this one. So I don't complicate myself, to be honest.
Nice.
And I don't need to be leader actually, because at the end of the day, being just a leader, you need to do to be a role model, not only a leader.
Yeah. You want to lead by example.
You
Yeah.
need to lead by examples. You need to do it in front of any of your team so they can do it or at least learn something from you where they can do it better maybe. I don't know. And this is how you become a leader. So leader, it's not a small word actually. It's a big word. You really need you don't need to abuse it. I mean, it comes ipso facto. I mean, by like I said, life experience, lot being logic, being trustworthy, being straightforward, break down any situation or any occasion that is really sarcastic. I mean, break it down, facilitate things to you, to your leaders, to your team. Nothing is impossible, like I said.
Interesting, really interesting. And you mentioned also trustworthy, which is absolutely, I think, is one of the most important sort of
Yeah.
skills for a leader, that the people really have to trust you. And I think through my experience, there are several types of leaders. There are some of them really try to push you, challenge you to be better. And some of them, like you said, not everyone is a leader. Some of them like scared from you becoming a better, person in your job or whatever. So they try to down you all the time. And so as a leader, when do you decide to push someone and when do you step back?
Actually, you push when someone is holding back from their potential. You see a potential in someone, and that someone is scared and he's pushing back. So this is where you push, because at the end of the day, if you don't make that someone a next leader, you will stay at the same chair you are in. So you will never improve. You will never grow, even on a different level.
Mm,
So I mean, the support when they are genuinely struggling, leadership is reading people, not forcing them. So you need
yeah,
to understand them, to read them, to understand why he did this. If you don't know the why and the what and the how about any different person, you can't push him. You can't show him the direction, or at least advise him, lead him by example. So it's very important not to force anyone, but to read people, people's
nice.
mind, people's character. And this is very important.
Really important. What advice would you give to your old version of Fadi nowadays after all these experiences in the beginning of your career? What advice you can give yourself?
So basically, I mean, my advice is not to rush things to myself, to the old Fadi, to listen carefully and think before any answer. Think the words you want to answer. No, I mean, nothing is pushing you, like I said. It's just a matter of how you balance your thoughts, how you balance your words, and how to say what is only needed to be said.
Hmm.
Because sometimes saying much will not give justice to the person.
Yeah,
Saying is little, he's not gonna be happy. Balance it with some cherry on the top. You will get the outcome you need. So
nice.
that what I tell Fadi, the
I will
tweet.
take the advice too. Would you also give, based on your experiences, like for the people who are listening, maybe trying to be a leader or will become a leader soon, what sort of important things they should focus on and how they can really become successful leader?
That demands excellence in, like I said, in reading people, in understanding humanity. It's very important because unfortunately, into our age, still people are. I don't want to talk about it actually. They don't look at each other as they are human.
That's true. That's true.
I mean, humanity is very important.
It's true.
Even nature, even animals, even those are live characters, natures. I mean, so that's how we need to look to each other actually as human. When we start looking at this, I mean, nothing is impossible.
Of
Plus, you
course.
push people, you push people to their best, but
Yeah. Yeah.
support them when life this support hits this support if you want. So try to manage it in a way, push them, but let them know that it's about humanity at the end of the day, and it demands a lot of excellence in mastering and addressing whatever you want to address to any person in front of you, or
Nice.
anything. Even nature. To me, sometimes I talk to the nature.
Yeah.
Come
Yeah. That's good. That's good.
if I'm in the mountain, I look at the mountain, how big he is, and I admire the mountain. If I stand in front of a big tree, honestly, I look at it aged like hundreds of years, and you look at it and how strong, straightforward. There's a lot of things you learn from those
That's
stuff.
that's really interesting. Let's jump a little bit deeper here.
So-
What sort of habits or rituals you do to stay balanced? You mentioned talking to the nature. I think I love that. I do that myself as well sometimes. Just walk and look at around. Especially in our life with busy distractions, technology, work, pressure, family. So, do you have any habits that you kind of
Yeah.
help yourself to stay balanced, to stay focused?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, this is very important. We're running every day and without noticing that around us, I mean, nature, the sun, the wind, the sea, all we see is beautiful, but we don't have the chance or the time to look at it
Look,
or
yeah,
to experience it.
yeah,
So yes, definitely, because we are under pressure every day. So I specify times for me. First of all, to do sports. So I work out
nice,
every day in the gym. 5:30 in the morning, I'm in a gym for 1 hour. I walk.
good. Okay, okay.
Then I shower, take my breakfast, straight to the work. After that, I come and I go walking. When I go walking by the sea, I release all the stress. I don't overthink. I keep everything in the office. I mean, it's time for me to heal. If you don't do this, you'd be really super stressed, super aggressive, super angry, and this reflection, you will take it to your house, to your family, to your colleagues, to the work, even to your customers.
Nice.
So it's very important to create always a work-life balance, no matter where you are. Although I'm, for example, today in Africa, in Nigeria, there's no mountains, it's all flat. I need to find a way to release myself, to enjoy myself,
Nice.
uh, to calm down in a bit, somewhere in an area, to have my safe zone, let's say. So I have my road bike. I can do my road bike, put the
Nice.
music. Exactly. So I do the gym, I do the road bike, I go walking. When I'm in Lebanon, for example, or any European country, I hit the mountain and I go full fledged extreme.
Go for it.
Yeah, but I mean, like I said, I mean, that's the reality. So that's the choices I have, whether I want it or I don't want it. I
Yeah,
mean, it's up to me at the end of the day. But does it make me happy? Yes. Does it release me from all the stress? Yes. Then why not doing it?
that's so good. That's so good, and definitely you kind of put your, all the negative energy, you put it in the right place. I do this with breaking. I've been using this all my life. So when I'm feeling stressed or when I'm sad, I dance. Like, okay,
I remember. I
just
mean,
break
I
that.
remember you used to tell me you just go to your room, close the door,
Yeah, just
music,
put it out
hit
there.
the
Yeah,
floor.
make
That's it.
music. Exactly, exactly. So I love what you're saying because it's really what everyone should find. It doesn't matter what is it, but you should find something that you love, a hobby, something that you makes you happy, and keep doing it. Especially in the world we live today with the stress, with the pressure, and all that. And I love you mentioned. Actually, you answered my question about. I wanted to ask about the how you navigate through pressure and a kind of high expectation with balancing and all that. So thank you for answering something I didn't ask. But next to it, how do you approach actually decision making when the stakes are high, especially when you are pressured or sometimes also you have some serious decision making to do in your work? How do you do that?
Most important in this, when you are found in such position or situation, is to stay calm, first of all. So you need to stay factual, let's say. Me,
Mm.
I like facts and make decisions quickly. Hesitation will create confusion. Clarity builds trust.
Oh, I love
So
it.
you cannot hesitate. Same in the sports. If you agree that you want to jump the jump and you are going to it, if you hesitate, you will not land. You will fail your landing. But if you don't hesitate and you go for it, you just focus and have the clarity and build the trust in you, you will overcome it and you
That's
will land.
great. I love the fact. I mean, because I relate to it as well with sports, that you're
Yeah.
really using your sport mindset into work, and this is really good example with hesitation. Like when you hesitate 1 second, you can you can be knocked out. Like in any sport, or also in business, which is really interesting that you're bringing this to your own life in all kind of areas: work, business, personal, and probably that's how you manage your pressure and you manage your
Yeah.
high moments. So really, really, thank you for sharing that. Did pressure Did taught you anything actually?
You know, of course, now pressure reveals your true character.
Yes, yes.
Honestly,
I love that.
it taught me uh, I'm built for intensity. That's what it taught me. I perform at my best when the stakes high. So that's pressure to me. Honestly.
Really, really good. And you obviously, because you already shaped your mindset to be the way you are today and the man who is today. But of course, sometimes it doesn't work well. Sometimes, it's a bad day. Or it's like, you're not in your best, you're not in your mindset. Something happened to you professionally, personally, it doesn't matter. So when this moment happened, how did you deal with it? If it happened, I'm not sure. I was just guessing.
Yeah, I mean, no, honestly, this is many moments actually happens like this, to be honest. But the good thing about it, I don't freeze, because if you freeze, you are out. So just step back, breathe, strategize your thoughts, and then attack.
Nice.
There's always a solution, always a way forward. There's nothing impossible. And I keep telling this to my team, that in life there is no bad moment, or there is no bad situation. There is always a will or an opportunity to change for things. It's all about, just like I said, step back, breathe, and then attack.
I love this. I love the mentality. I love
Rise
this.
and then attack.
I love the mentality. Absolutely. Well, I know you so well that I know exactly what you're talking about a bit through it. But when it comes to your personal values, what are the non-negotiable values for Fadi?
Yeah. Yeah, you know, to me, actually, the most important things are three major things, to be honest: integrity, loyalty, and then discipline. Those are very important to me. I mean, nobody
Nicely.
does those. And staying a man of my word, definitely.
Yeah.
If I say something, I do it. If I promise something, I deliver it.
Really, really strong. That's so deep, Alice. Integrity, loyalty, and absolutely discipline. I love discipline. I think it's something I always talk about because I have learned how to stay focused from discipline because like especially in sports, and I'm sure you know that you're not every
Yeah,
day in the mood to go to the gym. You some days
yeah,
you just wanna do nothing. But I always taught myself, just pick up your bag, just go and figure it out. When you go
yeah.
there, figure it out. So, do you have the same as well when it comes to work and business as well?
Yeah, definitely. Me, I use this everywhere I go, whether it is in business, whether it is social life, whether it, whether it is at home, everywhere, in sports, everywhere. I mean,
Nice.
this is non-negotiable.
I love that. I love that. Let's go a little bit to the balance between work, life, personal life, family. How do you manage that as just a normal person? How do you manage, being there for your friends, family, and also being there for your work and be at your most best? Because sometimes there is a conflict, of course. So how do you manage this?
Yeah. You know, I mentioned work-life balance is very important to everyone, actually, not to me, actually. Everyone has to have this. It's a necessity. And when you are disciplined, plus you are passionate about something, for example, I'm passionate for extreme sports. So extreme sports teach me to stay calm. It teach me precision. It teach me focus. Even under intense adrenaline, that mindset translates directly to my business. So once I have all this, trust me, nothing is impossible. I mean, you can deal with my wife, I can deal with my brothers, family, business, veterinary people in the business, or in the sports, small kids, even, because even from small kids you learn.
Yes, yes, absolutely.
Anyone, anyone you see, you talk to, you have a conversation with, you get something from,
I
and
love that.
vice versa, and vice versa. I mean, you know, our brain is built capture always to capture information, memories, data. It's a brain. It's a data center.
Yes, definitely.
So
Really,
yeah,
really inspiring. I love everything you said, especially the discipline, and how you balance your life and balance your life. So if I ask you this, and now in your life and career, what stage you are in right now? Do you still like you have some goal? Of course you have, but did you achieve everything you want? Still some more to do, or where you are?
No, to be honest, I'm 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 still the same Fadi, by the way. So the same Fadi that is moving forward, that is learning, that is using this learning to translate it into a life experience, into the world. So I'm still in the same state, mentality state, let's say,
Mm,
because every step you do forward, everything around you change. People change. You change. Family change. Everything's changed. You need to, I mean, change is beautiful. You can't stay
the
the
same, yeah,
same
yeah,
like 10 years back. Otherwise, that state, you will lose. I mean, you you can't go forward. You
really,
always need to change and progress and move forward. Otherwise, you will stop. You'll be stuck. You'll be freezed.
yeah.
You'll be in your comfort zone. And if you are in comfort zone, you'll be a loser.
Yes, you have to get out. Yes, definitely, definitely.
Life is running every day you are in. It means it's tomorrow. It's not the same day you are in.
Yeah,
So it's tomorrow. So you need to think 5 days front to
yes,
catch tomorrow. Honestly,
that's
it's not.
true. That's true. What sort of advice you would give to young professionals today?
You know, the young professionals, let's say, because those Gen Z are crazy.
Yes,
Are really smart, honestly, and wise, and they are
yes,
fast,
yes,
super fast
yes.
in everything.
And they live in the most challenging time. I always say this to myself and for my kids, like, wow, our life back there was so much easier, simpler than
Yeah,
today. Today the
yeah.
competition is so high.
Yeah, exactly. And that's why my only advice to them actually is to outwork everyone. Have this mentality always.
Nice.
Outwork everyone.
Nice advice.
Hard work, open doors. The talent alone never will. So talent alone, it will never win. I
Like,
mean,
up today.
just outwork everyone. Don't have this mentality that it will come. Oh, tomorrow. Oh, next week. Oh, when I take this course. Oh, no. Don't wait, guys. Life is running
Yes.
so
So
and
fast. So fast.
yeah, and time flies, honestly.
Oh,
We're talking to now to each other. I mean, that's 15 years. I knew you.
crazy. Yeah,
Look at us today. I mean,
crazy.
flies.
Really. Back then in Qatar, you're in Africa, I'm in Europe. Like, what is going on? It's crazy.
Yeah.
What should people, young or old, stop doing if they want to grow faster?
You know, this is important also because those people, I mean, they need to stop, first of all, stay in their comfort zone. Stop waiting for someone to save you. That's very important because no one is
One.
coming
Yes.
back.
Yes. Yes.
You need to build yourself alone. No
I,
one.
I love that.
Honestly, all my experience, all the career I was in, all the jobs I went through, I was my own, at my own. I've
I
done
agree.
everything at my own. And that's the big assets and the big wealth that I have in me. Honestly, no one now can stand up and say that we are the one who made you. No one made me. I made
Make
myself.
yourself. That's so good.
Yeah.
I, I, I
And we will be proud about it.
I completely agree with you. You go through life, you learn a lot of things, and the big lesson that you learn that there's nobody to help you. You have to, like you said, you have to build yourself by yourself. Of course, yeah, some people could advise you or help you from here to there, but in the end, like you said, is up to you where you want to go. So I love this, Freddy. And what sort of mistake you have made early in your life that people should avoid?
Yeah, and that one is important because I learned it from my wife. I used to be sometimes naive a little bit. I used to please everyone. And then I learned actually, I mean, my wife opened my eyes and I totally agree with her that not everyone is meant to like you. Not everyone is meant to
It's
like
so
you.
true.
Focus on earning respect,
It's so true.
not, not approval. Not approval. I don't want anyone to approve me. I just seek I just want to earn my respect and that's it.
That's it. Yeah. Really good advice. And it's so true because in the end, yeah, you get those powerful from your partners, your wife, and your family. You know, like, but this is life.
Exactly.
You gotta learn the hard way.
Yeah, yeah, that's part of the learning. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's part of the life experience as well. Yeah.
yeah, definitely. Oh man, that was really, really nice conversation, nice exchange. We're almost in the end of the podcast. Of course, I'm gonna share all of your details, people, if you want to reach out to you or follow you. But I want to ask you the question of the show: what does living up means to Fadi?
First of all, uh, I look at it as a positive thing. Like I said, in today's world, this part was still missing. I mean, we learned the hard way. You learned the hard way. Having this level up, sharing those experiences of a life coach, life leaders, life consultant. I mean, this is something you pay for in university to study, and
Yeah,
you don't get
you don't
the
get it.
best
You don't get it.
because you just learn not until you experience it on the ground and fail so many times to understand it. And now you are getting those leveling up experiences from someone not less than 25 years of experience who struggled all his way in a podcast. I mean, this is something really brilliant. So to me, this is something like giving the tree water. Honestly, like feeding the animals. To me, it is really it's something that gives me happiness, like I said, and it's a challenge that I thrive also to translate into the world,
Yes,
especially to the young generation and to the Gen Z. I'm so happy, honestly. You have this platform
I'm glad.
and this
I'm glad
content.
you're part of it. And
Yeah.
Ferdy, like it has been true pleasure, knowing you all these years. We have a really nice experiences along the years. Also, I love and admire the way I see you growing, going everywhere in this world. So keep this
Thank you
up,
so
keep the spirit. Thank you for your time today. Really appreciate it. I'm gonna, as I mentioned, share your details in the description. But we stay in touch. But absolutely grateful for this.
Thank you so much.
Thank you,
I'm
Ferdy.
really happy we met again. One is something I will never forget. This is a story that I can take with me and I will still remember.
So what we've got in fine life is